Open your book to page 732. Today's lesson is learn how to specify sample spaces and events. So sample space is the number of ways that something can happen, total number of ways. Events is the number of ways that the outcome that you want. Okay, so let me give an example. Let's go to example 1. Example 1, right? You wrote a single die. Let's say you play. Many of the board games have dice or die, right? So let's say you wrote one die, okay? And so A, you want to specify the sample space for the experiment. So sample space means every possible outcome. So when you roll the die, possible outcome would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? A regular die. So this would be a sample space. So sample space is all the possible outcome. Okay. Now if you flip a coin, what would be the possible outcome? Let's say if you flip a coin, what would be the sample space? Normally you will have the head and tail, right? Now let's just assume it doesn't stand on its edge. Okay, let's assume that that's not possible. So normally when you flip a coin, the sample space would be C stand for coin, right? So you flip a coin, you get head or tail, right? So again, that would be the sample space. Now let's go to B. You're looking for event that the number less than 4. Okay, so let's call this event A. So event A is less than 4, so event A would be 1, 2, or 3, right? So again, sample space is all the possible outcome. Event is what you want. If you want to have less than 4, then it would be what? 1, 2, and 3, right? Now let's go to C. You want an odd number. So this is what you want, right? Again, event is what you want. Sample space is all the possible outcome. So you want to add, okay, so it would be 1, 3, and 5, right? So again, it's very simple. Sample space is all the possible outcome, okay? Again, we're assuming the die does not stand on its corner, right? Again, you have to make reasonable assumptions, okay? Or when you roll the die, it doesn't stand on its edge, okay? So if it happens, it doesn't count, okay? So we assume that every time you roll, it will show up a number. It doesn't stand on the corner or edge. Same thing with the coin. Okay? Again, just a reasonable assumption. So again, event is what you want. If you want to have less than 4, then it's 1, 2, 3. If you want to add, so it's 1, 3, 5. Okay, so that's a sample space and event. Okay, now let's go to example 2. Example 2, now you're going to roll 2 dice. So one of them is red and one of them is green. So there are 2 different dice now. So all the possible outcome, okay, there are 6 red, right? When you roll the red die, there's total of 6 outcome, right? And when you roll the green die, there are total of 6 outcomes. So if you look on the picture, look at the figure 1. You get total of 6 times 6. So there are total of 36 possible outcomes. So your sample space will have 36 items. And I'm not going to list all of them, okay? I'm not that crazy, okay? So let's go to example 2. So let's go to A. So it says specify. Again, specify means you have to list them, okay? So specify each event. So A, you're looking for the sum of the number turn ups of the 2 dice is 7. So you're looking for sum equal to 7. Again, it's okay to use number to name the event. So sum equal to 7 would be equal to, okay, I'm going to make the first die in the book. You use the red and green, okay? So you can have 1, 6, right? So you can remember first die is red, second die is green. Okay, so the red one is 1 and the green is 6, right? So that will give you 7. Then you can go 2, 5. You can have 3, 4. Then you can have 4, 3. Okay, now these 2 are different because remember this is when red is 3, green is 4. This is when red is 4, green is 3. So they are not the same. And then you can have the 5, 2, and you can have the 6, 1. Okay. So that's your S7, sum equal to 7 would be that. Okay. So there are total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different outcomes. Okay. So the number of your event is 6. Okay, now let's go to B. You want a red one turn up 5. So you're looking for R5. Okay, so red one is 5, so obviously it has to be a 5, 1, right? 5, 2, 5, 3. Remember, red one had to be a 5, right? And 5, 4, 5, 5, and 5, 6. Okay, so this is the event for R5. So again, it's very simple. Okay, as long as you know the definition, you should be okay. Again, sample space is all the possible outcome. Okay, events is the outcome that you want. Okay, so let's go and do some practice.